Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Welcome to Monday Morning Affirmations. I am your host, Stephen Dillard Carroll. I'm ready for my close-up. I don't know. I just don't know what that was all about, but there it is, and damn it, it stays in. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you are in as crazy of a mood, as silly of a mood, as a light of a mood as I am today. This week is the last week of June, and I would be remiss if I didn't give a special shout out to my LGBTQIA plus brothers and sisters and everyone else who falls in between those two binary pole positions within our community. I want to give a special shout out to them. I want to lift us up to say that we have come so far. We have accomplished so much. We have a long road ahead of us, but man, how much have we accomplished, even in my lifetime, and I'm 48 years old. How much have we really accomplished? And going from the Stonewall riots, which were only 3 years before I was pushed down the rainbow slide, until today, look at how far we've come. Very often we get caught up in how far we have to go, and that's very, very important and should be our main focus. But I want to encourage us, as Pride Month comes to a close, to look at how far we actually have come, to celebrate how far we have actually come, to honor our ancestors, those that, died during that time of Stonewall, and even before that, when we had to live in the shadows, when we had to live in the closet. And nowadays we have a choice in that matter that is a much easier choice than perhaps our ancestors had. And then we think of our fallen ancestors who died during the AIDS crisis of the 80s and 90s and didn't get to see the day where HIV is a manageable disease, that did not get to see the emergence of PrEP, did not get to see the promise or the hope of a vaccine that seems closer to becoming a reality than it was maybe 30 years ago. We have come so far, and I encourage us as Pride Month comes to a close, to actually celebrate how far we've come. And I mean, gay marriage, we have a long ways to go as far as that is concerned, as far as, local and state dictates and rules go. But, gay marriage is the law of the land right now. And it's just, we should be celebrating. We should take a huge chunk of our time to say, this is what we have to do, and this is how far we have to go, and let's move forward. But we should also take a huge chunk of time to celebrate. And so that is my affirmation for you today. My mini affirmation for you today is, if you are part of the LGBTQIA community, to actually celebrate how far we have come. And if you are an ally to our community, I encourage you to find someone to celebrate and say cheers with, clink, 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 and have a couple of drinks with, and celebrate their journey and celebrate that they have come so far, because we need allies, of course, and we are grateful for your participation in our emancipation. So thank you for that. Happy Pride to everyone out there. Happy, happy, happy Pride. I hope that this is the best Pride ever for you, and let's just go out there and celebrate. All right. That is my mini affirmation for you today. So let's get into the main affirmation today, which is brought to us by the Archangel Power Tarot. I always forget the name of this, even though I use it a lot. The Archangel Power Tarot. If you like this deck, if it resonates with you, you can get your very own. There is a link in the description box down below where you can grab your own copy of this particular deck. And a link, or 5 links down below to my top 5 faves is also down in the description box. They are my top 5 faves of tarot decks that I use in my private practice. And speaking of my private practice, I am a psychic. That is what I do for a living. That is my trade. And so if you would like to book an appointment with me, I would love to have you. A link to my website, travelingtarot.com, is down below, and you can book an appointment there. And of course, my social media presences are down below, where you can follow me there as well. Finally, if you like this video, if it resonates with you, if it sings out to you, please do like, comment, subscribe, and share, because when you do those 4 things, like, comment, subscribe, and share, it really does help me out a lot. And that's what we're about on this channel. Not just helping me out, but helping each other out and being each other's biggest cheerleaders, and uplifting each other when we're doing something good and positive, and being each other's strength when things perhaps aren't going as well. So that's what we're all about on this channel. Thank you for all the support that you give me. I really do appreciate you. And I'm sorry if it's getting a little dark. I don't know what the weather's going to be like today, but I'm sorry if this is getting just a tad bit dark. So anyway, let's get into the reading today. Let's see if the lightness of this reading will compensate for the physical lighting that I am actually getting. So today's affirmation is brought to us by the 4 of Ariel. The 4 of Ariel, which Ariel is the language of pentacles for this particular deck. Ariel, of course, is an archangel, and pentacles is their language that they call Ariel. So that's what this is about. So there's the 4 of Ariel, and it says, when you give, you also receive, being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. This is the miser card. When it comes up, I always know that someone has difficulty either holding on to money, or holds on to money with a tight grip. It's the Scrooge McDuck card. And so I really want to focus on actually the first sentence. When you give, you also receive. You know, we talk a lot about it on this channel. In fact, we talk about it each and every week on this channel, about uplifting each other, encouraging each other, inspiring each other, educating each other, all of those good and positive things. We talk about uplifting each other in unconditional love and light. We talk about it each and every week. But what we don't talk about as much is love never runs out. We may have mentioned this maybe once or twice in the last year, but I think it's apropos to mention it right now, because when you give, you also receive, as the 4 of Ariel speaks to us. Love never runs out. It just doesn't. And I'm going to kind of bastardize this quote, it's kind of a Buddhist quote that says, it's basically, if you have a candle and you light someone else's candle, it doesn't diminish your light at all. And when that person lights someone else's candle, it doesn't diminish their light at all. And as that continues on, it actually increases the light, because you have one person with the candle, then you have two, and then three, and then four, and then infinity as it continues to grow outward. It becomes a huge light. Instead of one candle, you know, giving out the light that it can, you've got an infinity amount of candles giving out as much light as they can. And it will light up the entire world. We should not give in order to receive. That is not what I'm saying here. Giving should be a complete act within itself without any expectation of any kind of reward. I give because it's the right thing to do. I do this because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm looking for any kind of reward or even acknowledgement of what I do. I just do it because it's the right thing to do. That should be our attitude about things. When we approach giving in that way, as in a complete act in and of itself, and we have no expectations connected to it, we don't even expect to be acknowledged, we just do it. What happens is it comes back to us in tenfold and 100-fold. The Four of Ariel is very, very tight. It holds on to its resources so very tightly. And, you know, expanding that out beyond finances, when we hold on to our love, when we do not share who we are with the world at large, we are actually diminishing our own light. We are actually diminishing the return blessings that we could have if we opened ourselves up to not only giving love, but receiving love. Because, as I say all the time on this channel, each and every one of us, each and every one of you watching today are worthy of unconditional love. And so the Four of Ariel is teaching us a lesson here. There are some people that are so closed off emotionally that they can't move. They have created a prison of their own design. They are trapped within their own prison, and they can't move. And my heart aches for you. My heart bleeds for you. I'm sorry that circumstances within your life, the way that your life has unfolded so far, has created this kind of wall, this barrier between you and other people. It is the Miser card, the Four of Ariel, and yes, it generally speaks of finances, but I really do think this has to do with more of loving yourself enough to be able to open yourself up to other people. And once you are opening yourself up to other people and receive that love and feel that love and understand what that love really, really feels like, and not only experience what that love feels like, but experience what that love can actually do for your own life, you are automatically and organically compelled to share that love. It just happens that way. The more you give, the more you receive. And so as you are getting all of this unconditional love, you're opening yourself up to receive, you're also opening yourself up to give, because the extreme changes that can come from loving someone unconditionally is astronomical. It's incredible. I have been unconditionally loved. I have been unconditionally loved by you guys. I have been unconditionally loved by many people in my real life. I have been conditioned. I have been unconditionally loved by so many people, and it feels great. And so I have no choice but to share that love with other people. And I'm sharing that love with you today. And if you are not in the state of mind where you can actually give love, if you are Scrooge McDuck, if you are a miser right now, if you are the Four of Ariel and you're holding everything in and you're not able to give, that's okay. What did I say? That's okay. What I would encourage you to do, if you cannot give, to begin to open yourself up to receive love. It doesn't have to be in big ways, it can be in small ways. And the way to start doing that is to say, I am worthy of unconditional love. Being able to say that to yourself several times a day, I am worthy of unconditional love, will all of a sudden open you to many different avenues of actually receiving that love. Let's take it by baby steps. If you are one of those people who cannot give love unconditionally right now, you are worthy of receiving unconditional love. Let's start there. Let's open ourselves up to that reality of being worthy of receiving that unconditional love, because we are worthy of all of that, and see what a difference that makes in our lives as we move forward in our lives. And as we're making those baby steps, eventually we'll reach a point where we can actually open ourselves up to give that love. And what a difference, not only in the other person's life, but in our lives, what a difference that will make for everyone involved. All right, we are way over time today. I'm that is my affirmation for you guys today. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Have a great, fantastic, wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you right back here next Monday morning. Bye, everybody.